Alright, hello everyone. We are looking at the sum and difference formulas again. This time we got some inverses in here. So, whenever you see a bunch of nested trig functions with some big outside parentheses, we're always going to start inside first. So looking at this inside, and realistically I'm really going to look at this first piece by itself. Alright, so tan inverse of 3 over 4. Now, with inverses, this is a ratio of a triangle, and I'm looking for an angle. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and draw my triangle. So here we go. Tan inverse. If we forgot, we can have a little graphic organizer here. For the inverses, we have cosine, cotangent, and secant, cosecant. So tangent inverse lives here. So 1 and 2, or 1 and 4, is positive. So it's going to be in the first quadrant. So now tangent, the ratio, right? This is the ratio. The opposite side is 3. Adjacent side then is 4. Now I do know my Pythagorean triples here, so it is a 3, 4, 5 triangle. Right? So that helps us out a little bit. All right. But the question is, hey, what's this angle, right? I'm looking for the angle. I want to figure out what the angle is. Well, it's okay that you don't know the angle, all right? We don't know this by heart. It's not a 30, 60, 90. It's not a 45, 45, 90. I know that because that doesn't follow any of the patterns. So instead, we're just going to call it angle theta. It's some angle, and it's angle theta. All right. Next, I'm going to go and look at the second part. Cosine inverse of 2/7. So let's go to the line. So cosine inverse of 2/7. Right. Again, this is a ratio, which means I'm looking for an angle. Right. So go ahead and draw my triangle. Now cosine inverse, again, first and second, cosine is positive, or the ratio is positive, so it's going to be in the first quadrant. All right, so that is cosine is adjacent and hypotenuse. Now let's say I don't know what that side is. I can always use Pythagorean theorem. So 2 squared plus y squared equals 7 squared. So 4 plus y squared equals 49. Y squared equals 45. So y equals plus or minus square root 45. And then is it the positive or negative? Well, this is in the positive y direction, so it is going to go ahead and be positive square root 45. You could simplify that down, but I don't think we need to right now. I think it'll be a little bit easier for us if we don't right now. So, again, the question is hey, what is this angle? Well, again, I don't know. All right, this isn't any ratio that I know. So we're going to make up another one. We're going to call this angle, we'll call this one alpha. Right. Some angle alpha. So cosine inverse of 2 over 7 is an angle alpha. Right. So dealt with both insides. Now let's look at the bigger picture here. We have sine of, well, I just found, hey, tan inverse of 3 over 4. I don't know what angle that is, but I know it's a theta. So I'll call it theta minus cosine inverse of 2/7. That is alpha. And there we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and look at my formula sheet. And I'm going to go ahead and use the difference formula for sine. So sine of theta, cosine of the second angle, which is alpha. Same sign, so it's minus. Sine of alpha, cosine of theta. Alright. And now I'm going to just go ahead and start evaluating. So sine of theta, hey, that's this triangle here. Sine of theta is 3 over 5. Cosine of alpha, 2 over 7. Minus sine of alpha now. Well, that is going to be square root of 45 over 7. Cosine of theta, 4 over 5. And now I can go ahead and start to simplify. Remember, when I multiply fractions, I multiply the tops together, and I multiply the denominators together. So 3 times 2 is 6, 6 over 5 times 7 is 35, minus different roots, so I'm just going to keep them separate. 4 root 45 over 35. My denominators are the same, so this is going to be 6 minus 4 root 45 all over 35. Alright. So you could keep it in this. If you wanted to break up that root 45 is 9 times 5. Alright, so that does become 3 root 5. You could change it, and so make this 6 minus 4, and then 3 root 5 over 35, which would become 6 minus 12 root 5 over 35. Right. Either way, this whole long big mess, sine of tan inverse of 3/4 minus cosine inverse of 2/7 equals, I'm going to just use my original one, 6 minus 4 root 45 all over 35. And that is my final answer.